Consider this problem that we have on the board. The square root of 4x minus 3 plus the square root of 3x plus 7 is equal to the square root of 15x plus 4. How can we solve this particular radical equation? What's the first thing that we need to do? The first step is to square both sides of the equation. On the left side, we're going to have to FOIL this expression. But first, let's write it twice, since it's squared. On the right side, we only have we only have one radical. So whenever you take the square of a radical, the square and the square root symbol will cancel, giving us 15x plus 4. On the left, we need to FOIL. The square root of 4x minus 3 times itself is simply 4x minus 3 without the radical. The square root of 4x minus 3 times the square root of 3x plus 7, and then these two will give us the same result. So because we have two of them, when you combine those two terms, it's going to be 2 times the square root of 4x minus 3 times the square root of 3x plus 7. And then finally, the square root of 3x plus 7 times itself is just 3x plus 7. Now our next step is to combine like terms. So we have 4x and 3x. We can add that to 7x. And then negative 3 plus 7, that's positive 4. And then we could rewrite this expression, 2 times the square root of 4x minus 3 times the square root of 3x plus 7. So all of that is still equal to 15x plus 4. Now the next thing we could do is subtract both sides by 4, and at the same time, subtract both sides by 7x. So we're going to have 2 times the square root of 4x minus 3 times the square root of 3x plus 7, and that's going to equal 15x minus 7x, which is equal to 8x. Next, let's divide by 2, or multiply by a half. Let's add that to both sides. So on the left, the 2 and the 1/2 will cancel, giving us these two radicals. And on the right side, half of 8x is 4x. So that's what we now have. Now, what do you recommend that we should do at this point? In order to solve a radical equation, you need to get rid of the radicals. So the best thing we can do at this point is take another square of both sides of the equation. So once we square 4x minus 3, the square root of 4x minus 3, we're just going to get 4x minus 3. Notice that we don't have a plus sign between the two radicals. They're multiplied to each other. So we don't need to FOIL this expression, as we did in the beginning. Now the square will apply to that radical as well. So that's just going to give us 3x plus 7. On the right side, 4x times 4x is 16x squared. So now at this point, we no longer have a radical expression. This tells us that we are on the right track. So now what we need to do is FOIL those two binomials. 4x times 3x is 12x squared. And then 4x times 7, that's positive 28x. Next we have negative 3 times 3x, which is negative 9x. And then negative 3 times 7, that's equal to negative 21. And all of that is equal to 16x squared. Now let's combine like terms. So we're going to have 12x squared, and then 28 minus 9. That's going to give us positive 19. At this point, we have a quadratic expression. But in order to either factor it or use the quadratic formula, all of the variables has to be on one side of the equation. So let's take everything from the left side and move it to the right side. So all the signs are going to change. positive 12x squared will be negative 12x squared on the right side. Positive 19x on the left is negative 19x on the right. Negative 21 on the left will become positive 21 on the right. So now we can combine those two. So we're going to have 0 is equal to 16 minus 12 is 4. So that's going to be 4x squared and then negative 19x plus 21. So now at this point, let's see if we can factor this expression. Notice that we have a trinomial with a leading coefficient that's not 1. So to factor it, we're going to multiply the leading coefficient by the constant term. So that's 4 times 21. 4 times 20 is 80. 4 times 1 is 4. Add the two numbers, that gives us 84. So we need to find two numbers that multiply to 84, but add to the middle coefficient, negative 19. If we can find those two numbers, it's going to help us to factor this expression. So let's write up a list of factors or two numbers that multiply to 84, and then see which one will add up to 19. So 1 times 84 is 84. 84 divided by 2 is 42. And if you break down these numbers, it can give you some more numbers that go into 84. So 84 is divisible by 3. 84 divided by 3, that's 28. It's also divisible by 4. We know that's going to give us 21. We don't have a 5 here, so it's not divisible by 5. 2 times 3 is 6, so 84 is divisible by 6. 84 divided by 6 is 14. And we have a 7. 84 divided by 7 is 12. Now notice that these two numbers add up to 19. So we need to make both of them negative. Negative 7 times negative 12 still multiplies to positive 84, but adds to negative 19. And so this is a systematic way that you can use to factor any type of trinomial that can be factored. So what are we going to do with these two numbers? What we need to do is replace the middle coefficient, or rather the middle term, with negative 12x and negative 7x. The reason why I chose to put 12 before negative 7 is because 4 and 12, you could factor out a GCF of 4. And 7 and 21, you could take out a 7. Because at this point, in order to factor this expression, we need to use the method factoring by grouping. So we're going to take out the GCF in the first two terms, which is going to be 4x. 4x squared times 4x is x. Negative 12x divided by 4x is negative 3. Now we need to do the same thing for the last two terms. We can factor out a negative 7. Negative 7x divided by negative 7 is positive x. Negative 21 divided by negative 7, that should be positive 21. Positive 21 divided by negative 7 is negative 3. So these two have to be the same. If not, that means a mistake was made. So at this point, let's go ahead and factor out x minus 3. Now what we're going to have left over is what's outside the parentheses, which is going to be 4x minus 7. So now, at this point, we could use the zero product property to calculate the value of x. So we're going to set each factor equal to 0. For the one on the left, all we need to do is add 3 to both sides. And so we can see that our first answer is x is equal to 3. Now for the other one, first we need to add 7 to both sides. And then we need to divide both sides by 4. So we get the next answer, x is 7 over 4. And so those are the two answers to the original problem. If you want to check your work, you just got to plug in these values into the equation. So let me write the original equation. It was the square root of 4x minus 3 plus the square root of 3x plus 7, and that was equal to the square root of 15x plus 4. I'm just going to plug in one of them. You can plug in the other one if you want to. So let's plug in 3. So we have 4 times 3 minus 3 plus the square root of 3 times 3 plus 7. That's equal to the square root of 15 times 3 plus 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 15 times 3 is 45. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 45 plus 4 is 49. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 16 is 4. And the square root of 49 is 7. So this answer works. And you can check the other one as well.